Yeah, Trintyville, Backbush, yeah, Tivoli Garden. Can't spend me gone. This are the life what we want. Maserati, Bugatti, GS Gull, me charging. Uptown rolling, fat Benz front seat, pretty browning. Rockstar life, power G.
Hi, good night everyone. It's been a while since I made a video and I decided to come on to make a video tonight, but my husband is in the room and I don't want to make the video in front of him and he won't leave. Okay guys, so I haven't made a video in a while because I was going through a whole lot for the past couple of weeks, and you know, I'm trying to stop stressing myself and, I'm trying to just live and be happy because, stress is not going to make things better. It's just going to make things worse. And that's what I come to realize. I've been like stressing over my sisters and, a whole lot. And because of all of this, it's like, I'm just like overthinking things, and I need to stop. So I'm trying my very best to stop being like overthinking things and stressing too much, because I find that I'm even getting sick by stressing a whole lot. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to stop stressing and just try to be happy. So I have some stuff that I want to talk about that's happened in my past, just have a little sit down. I haven't had a sit down in a while, and yeah, I'm just gonna get some stuff off my chest. I find out that talking about stuff helps me, to feel better, to be happy. And like things that happened to me in the past, talking about it and getting it off my chest, I think it makes, me a better person. And there's a whole lot that happened to me in the past that I just need to talk about. And, I feel like talking about it will help me to be a better person and to, just be happy. So I'm gonna drink a little wine tonight. I'm not a drinker. I can't drink. I can't hang. If I go to a party, I can't drink. If I drink like a quarter cup of liquor, I'm drunk, I'm out. So I don't drink because my head is light, as we would say in Jamaica. But I'm gonna drink a little wine tonight. Probably that'll help me to relax a little bit more and talk. Yeah. So I'm just going to, hopefully I don't get drunk while I'm videoing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just happy to be here. I could have been dead. Yeah, I could have been dead. So before I go to the past, let me talk about the present. In when was it? In March, the ending of March, I had the coronavirus. Yes, I did. I was out for 2 weeks. It was a bad experience. Coronavirus is no joke. May all the souls rest in peace that have passed away from this virus. The people that made it through, thank God. And, just pray, keep praying, because that sickness is no joke. That thing took me out. But thanks be to God for my mom. I don't know if you guys remember, I made a video talking about a recipe for coronavirus. So just to let you know, in that video, I think my husband is listening to my conversation. Jay, I hear the door. Anyway, so yes, when I made that video about the recipe, and I said that I know people that it helped. Let me so it wasn't him. I thought he was eavesdropping. But anyway, yeah, when I made that video and I was talking about people that the medicine helped, I was talking about myself. I was just not, saying specifically that it was me. But yeah, I had the coronavirus and that medicine helped me. I made the video and I put it up, and someone reported my video, and YouTube decided to take it down. So, and I didn't, everybody was telling me to put it back up, but I didn't put it back up because I felt that, for someone to go to that extreme to report my video for something that's, helpful. It's not a cure, but something that helps you if you have the virus. It was just to the extreme. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to even bother to put it back up. I'm not worrying about that. People are just evil. Anyway, I made it through that whole coronavirus. And I thank be to God that I did, because a lot of people die from it. And when you make it through the virus, you have to thank God. But anyway, I wanted to talk about two topics tonight. The first one was when I almost got raped, and the second one is how I lose my V card. I don't know, I'm gonna talk about that one, but I think I should talk about it because that topic is something that is a big part of my life, and I think I should turn that TV off. That guy's in the background. But yeah, I think I should turn the TV off. 1 second. Yeah, that was a big distraction. Okay. So, my most frightening experience in my life, I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna talk about my V card, how I lost it. Okay, so first topic, how I almost got raped. From the past couple of days, I've been thinking about this, how this affects my life. And I noticed that for the past couple of months, it's been affecting me. This happened when I was about probably 13, when I just left high school. What am I talking about? When I just left primary school. I just graduated from primary school and was going to go to high school. And I noticed that thing for the past couple of months, it's been traumatizing me. I don't know why, but I keep thinking about it, and it's like putting a fear in me for some reason. I don't know why, but I keep thinking about it, and I don't know, but it's weird. For something that happened so long ago, now it's affecting me even more than before when I was younger. I remembered this guy by the name of Billy. He used to come around my grandma. I used to live with my grandma and my dad, and he always come to the house. He used to be back and forth from town to St. Thomas, but he's a family friend, and he's always at my my grandma's house. And he used to do like painting for tourists, make like plaques, tourist stuff. So I remember when I graduated from high school, I got my certificate, and he told me that he was going to make a plaque thing so I could put my certificate in so it don't get messed up. So because he's a family friend, I know him for years, he's always coming around, you know. I said okay. So one day I was by my cousin's house, or my cousin, they used to live at the top of the hill. They used to have a hill where I come from that we used to walk up. It's a steep hill. So my cousin used to live at over at the top of it, and he used to live at the stoop of the hill, like right at the top before you go over the hill. Is that at a house there, and he used to go back and forth from town to St. Thomas. So that time he was here in St. Thomas. So I was up by my cousin's house. I always go up there to spend like the day and stuff like that. So that day I was coming back down to go back to my house, and excuse me, and I saw his stuff that he makes out by the front of the house. So I was like, oh my god, these look nice. So he used to have a room at the back of his dad's house. So I went around there, you know, so because I saw the things at the front. So when I went around there, I said to him, the stuff that you make look nice and whatever. And I said to, you know, show me, because he had told me that I should come by the house one day to pick the frame that I want. So I said, show me the frames. I could choose from which one I want. So he said okay. And I was right outside his house where he brought the things out. So right as the time that he bring them out, the rain started falling. So I'm like, what? The rain just came down. So I went to his door. He had a little stoop thing. What do you call those stuff in Jamaica? It's like a asak, we call it asak. It's like a little chair thing that you could sit on. So I was sitting there, but the door was open. So he was like, the rain was blowing in. So he was like, come in, you know, because the wind blowing. So I went in because I wasn't thinking anything. I wasn't thinking nothing like that. I was just a little kid. I wasn't thinking. So I moved in the house a little bit. So when I moved in the house a little bit now, I was sitting there and I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, I like that one. Because I was still looking on the plaques. And then all of a sudden he just went and he walked up to the door, and I see him closing the door. So I asked him why he's closing the door. So he's like, he just closed the door, and I see he locked the door and locked the door with a key thing. So I was like, what are you doing? So he's like, I supposed to he's like, I should shut my mouth. So I'm like, shut my mouth, like, you know, because I was like starting to get scared. And then I remember he held onto my hand and he pushed me over where his bed is, because it's just like a little one room at the back of the house. So he had a bed in there, and he had this little table with a whole lot of like glass, buckle, and all sort of stuff on the table. And I remember he pushed me over to the bed. So I'm like, what are you doing? Because I was so scared. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm supposed to shut up. So I said, I'm gonna scream, because I remember when I was coming around the house, his dad was sitting on the veranda, because it's like a veranda at the front of the house and rooms, and then his room was at the back. So I said, I'm gonna scream because I heard it, I saw your dad. So when I told him that, he turned up, he had a little radio in the room, and he turned it all the way up. Remember, I'm just 13, 12, I think, gonna be 13. I don't think I was 13 as yet. I think I was like 12. And I was so scared. Oh my God, this guy pushed me on the bed and was trying to pull my clothes down. And I was crying and fighting him off. And then when I was there trying to fight him off, he jumped up, and he was like, he took one of he had a two knife on the table and some other stuff, and he took up a knife. And I remember he said, take one of this knife and kill me. Kill me. I'm so sorry, guys. My mom came into the house. Oh my God, I think I'm getting drunk. All right, so as I was saying, so this guy gave me a knife and took a knife and tell me that we should kill each other. Like, he literally said to me, He literally said to me, "We could kill each other." Imagine somebody telling you, a 12-year-old, give you a knife to kill him and let him kill you back. I'm like, oh my God. And then I was like, no, please. So I started to think. Good thing I was a good thinker. I was like, what I'm gonna tell him, and I was so scared. I could remember, I could hear some kid at the outside over by the neighbor's house. I could hear them in the background playing and talking. And I was thinking, I'm like, because they had a little glass window, I was like, suppose I take one of these buckle and throw it through the window and break the window. I was thinking all sort of stuff. I didn't know what to do. So I was there, and he was like, one of the time he pushed me down on the bed, and he was pinning me down, trying to put his dirty mouth on me, and I was moving my face like this. And then he was there trying to like pull my clothes, and then I tell him, wait, let me tell you this, because this is what I told him. And he was so stupid to believe me and to let me go. I said to him, my auntie, I was talking about my cousins at the time. I said, my auntie sent me down by my house to get something for her, so she's going to look for me. And I told her I was stopping by your house to look at the plaques. So she's going to know that I'm around here, and she's going to see that I was taking too long. So she's going to be looking for me and wondering where I am. So if you just let me go and go to her, and then I will come back later. And him did them a ting. And then him did. And I say, yeah man, cause she know say she look for me. She look for me now, because a long time ago now she send me out. And I tell her, say, I go stop by you for you look on the plaque them. So not more than probably I think I say, probably them I go come round there, or if him do me something or whatever, them I know say him, because I tell them say, I go stop by him. Which me didn't tell him say I go stop by him, I just like go home. Because I left out there for go home. But I just use my head on him and tell him that. So he was like, alright. And I say, yeah man, I go come back later, but just make me go at the house, go find out. Make them know say I'm alright or whatever. So I saw him let me go. People, may I talk it like, now and laughing. But that was one of the most scariest experiences that I ever had in my life, because, and I can just imagine like people who got raped, who got kidnapped, just the fear and how they feel for that couple minutes, I would say, probably like 20-25 minutes that he had me locked in that house. I'm looking, seeing no way out. This guy locked his door, he turned the music up. Nobody could hear me if I'm screaming. Just that feeling of fear that took me over. I'm just thinking like people who have gone through this, who actually got raped, because luckily I didn't, but I was on the brink. I was right at the brink of getting there, but I used my brains, and I don't know, I think it was just God that started speaking through my mouth to him, and God just touched him to let me go, because this guy was at the brink of pulling my clothes down, trying to get in my underwear. I was only 12. That thing traumatized me for days, but to God be the glory, he never actually raped me, because I would have been raped at 12. And I think it was just God that came down, start speaking through my mouth, because I just started to think, because I was thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna do now, because the music is up and the door is locked. How I'm gonna get out of this? And I just remember I just started speaking, and this guy was handing me a knife, telling me to kill him. Let's kill each other. you know, and that thing traumatized me for a while. Like, and then I remember I left his house. I went down by my house. Nobody was there but my grandma. I didn't want to tell her anything because she is crazy. She's a crazy lady. So I left and I was going down by my sisters, because my sisters used to live a place called Coley Lot down the street. So I was walking down there, and so God, I look, my mom came up. I didn't even know my mom was coming up, because that time she was living in Manchester. And when I reached right down at Coley, past Miss Bullsey's shop, only people who comes from where I live will know that. You know, I see my mom walking up the street, and I just break down right there. And she was like, what happened? And that's when I start telling her. And we went to the police station, and the police went up by, we walked up by the house. And by the time we got there, I think his dad was sitting on the veranda. So he told him that police was coming, and he ran away. So, and then it was after that I started to hear that he has raped people in Kingston, like raped young girls, and he has been to jail a whole lot of time because of that. So it's only God that helped me that day, you know. So I felt that I am never spoke about this before. So I felt like I should talk about that and get it off my chest. And, you know, because for the past couple of months, I don't know, it's been replaying for some strange reason. Like, this thing been just coming up to me, like, I don't know why. Like, it just keeps bothering me. And, you know, I just have to thank God that it just didn't go past what happened, because there's a lot of young kids that actually go through this, and it traumatizes them and ruin their entire life, you know. And just for that instant of a thing to just happen, and I felt like that I could just imagine actually getting raped. But thanks be to God, it didn't pass where, you know, God just came down and helped me. That's all I could say. All right, so that is that. The next topic. Okay, so this topic is how I lost my V card. Now, this is another topic that I don't really talk about. As a kid growing up, oh my God, these mosquitoes are coming through when we open the door, they just come in. This is a topic, well, this old thing about how I lost my V card and everything is something that traumatized my entire life. Like, it literally traumatized me. As a kid growing up, I used to like boy company. As I said before a lot of times, that as a kid growing up, I never actually had my mom around. She's always in the Cayman Island. I used to live with my dad, my grandma, and my sister, and then my sister left, so I was only living with, say, my grandma, because my dad was already home. So I had the opportunity to do whatever I wanted. I got a lot of bad name for a lot of things. Sometimes it's not even that serious, but because people brand me a certain way because of, you know, certain things, people say a lot of bad stuff about me. I used to like boy company. I'm always with boys. Like, I used to have like 4 or 5 boys at the crossroad where I live, and I used to be the only girl out there. We used to like be up late at nights on the weekends, you know, sitting outside just talking, and you know, so people used to like, you know, talk stuff about me. But anyway, a lot of things that they say, as what they would call it over here, would be promiscuous, probably. That's the brand I would have got if that was a word they use in Jamaica, promiscuous, but they use other words. So anyway, yeah, as a kid growing up, I had my little boyfriends, you know, crushes. Who doesn't have that? But anyway, that was as far as it goes. People used to think that maybe I was like doing stuff with them. Probably if I had a little crush, I had a little boyfriend or whatever it may be, people used to think probably I was running around. Because a lot of times when I tell people who was my first, they don't believe me, I guess, or they're like, really? Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that person is my first, because they thought that when I was growing up, because I had my little boyfriends or whatever, that I used to sleep around. But I didn't. I used to have my little crushes and whatever, but that was as far as it goes. Anybody that I used to talk to at a tender, younger age wasn't nothing serious. It was just flirting, little boyfriend story or whatever. If they come to me with sex, that's where it's cut off. Nope, I'm not ready. So a lot of people used to talk bad about me and say whatever they wanted, and it's their kids that was doing those stuff, which I was not. I was just, you know, having my little crushes or whatever, as any young girl would. But that was as far as it goes, okay? So a lot of you moms who know me in the past that used to talk crap about me, your kids was the one that was doing the most, okay? Anyway, my first drink some more. Okay, so let me stop a second. All right, so my first time was when I was 15, gonna be 16, and this was my worst. This was the worst thing I could have ever done in my life. It was a good thing because the person was a good person at first, and it was a bad thing because I wasn't ready. I was still a kid, if you know what I mean. But I mean, things happen. I see worse happen, you know, but I take it as a life experience and a life, you know, lesson that I could pass on to my nieces, my kids, you know, things like that. But anyway, I'm not gonna call the person's name, but I could say this. My first, we had the similar names. We had similar names. Well, not similar, same name, but my name have a little extra letters on it. This person was a good person. He was a good guy. But I think that what happened, most people, because we had a relationship going on, a lot of people know about me and him. And I think one of the things that actually broke us, because we had something going on, one of the things that broke us was the fact that I was so young. And I am a person that, you know, at 15 years old, gonna be 16, you're still, you still don't know, like, you know, what a full-blown relationship is about. I was just always having my little crushes, whatever, as a young kid, flirting around, whatever. I never actually been into anything serious, you know. So when I had went into this relationship with this person, he was older than me, and you know, there is a whole lot of thing that went on with us that a lot of people didn't know. And when we actually broke up, people, you know, talk a whole lot of stuff, and they say what they think they know. And you know, a lot of people make it seem like this person had left me because I was doing stuff and whatever, and that was nothing like that. First and foremost, I never actually talked about this. It's my first time talking about it, and I feel like I should, because this thing had a big impact on my life, and it had broken me, like literally broken. I was literally broken. I never talked about it because I never feel the need to, but I think that I should talk about it because that was a big part of my life, and it affected me for years. When I was in that relationship, I didn't know what a relationship should be. You know, this person was trying to, you know, have a relationship with me, do things. He even engaged to me. That was another thing. Like, it was just certain things that he wanted to do. I was just so young and naive and didn't understand. You know, I was scared most of the time I was out with this person. I was like scared, like certain things he wanted to do. I was just, you know, I was just scared. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I didn't want to do certain things, you know. Probably when we go out, you want to hug me, you want to talk to me, you know, whatever. And I was just always looking around, like I see grown people, like people that is older than me, and you know, see me talking to this guy. I mean, behind closed doors it's different, but like when I actually go out in public, it's like I'm scared, like, you know. And he used to think that probably it's because I don't love him, maybe, or I don't know what he was thinking, but the impression probably I gave was that I probably didn't want to be seen with him. And you know, it was like leading up a whole lot of arguments and a lot of problem, but that was not it. It was just that I was just young and naive, and I didn't understand like what a relationship, like serious relationship, is about, and I was just scared, you know. I don't think I want to go into more details, but anyway, why we broke up was because of all these things. Like, I remember the last time that he was there, we had a whole big argument because of the same thing. It was just a whole lot. And another thing was, people was fighting against it. Like, a lot of people was like going to his family, was telling him things that didn't even go like that. You know, it was just a whole lot. And then, you know, we started to break off. People had thought that we were still talking when we weren't. And when we actually when people actually found out that we were broken up, we had broken up a long time ago. So they were just talking all sort of crap, and you know, that was a really bad thing for me, because then people were talking so much stuff about me and this relationship, and most of the things was not even true. They didn't know what was going on with us. He had his own issues as well, but I let it slide. I let people talk what they wanted to talk, you know, say what they had to say, but I know what was going on and what happened. But I was just trying to I don't know, I don't want to go into details because I don't think that would be good now. But yeah, my first time was with that person, and so yeah, I had to take a pause right there. But moral of what I'm just trying to say is, you know, I wanted to go in more details, but I'm like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't really want to talk about that, but life is just funny, and you know, I've been through a whole lot, basically. A whole lot. And you know what? This person, like, it's been years. That person hurt me. Like, years upon years, that thing had haunted me because of the things people say, you know. And then afterwards, that same person said to me that he should never listen to people, you know, because he should have known better. And but you know what, it is what it is, and it brought me where I am today, you know, and that's a life lesson. But what I'll say to younger girls, like, just wait, you know, just wait, and don't try to rush into a relationship where you don't know. Live your life. Try to live your life as a kid and just enjoy life until, you know, God direct you in the right path. That was my path, and I had to go through all of those stuff to be where I am today. So I don't regret any of it. But, you know, certain things that happen in the past, that can ruin, like, literally ruin your inside. Because if I wasn't strong, and if I hadn't met my husband who loved me and, you know, direct me in the right path and show me what love is, I don't know, probably I would be broken because of all the shit that I've been through in my younger life. And, you know, it's just a whole lot. But you know what? I thank God I'm here today, and things could have been worse, but thanks be to God I'm here today. I know you guys wanted to hear spicy stuff, but I don't have anything spicy. I just wanted to get that, all of what I just said before, off my chest, because it's been bothering me. Right now I'm acting bipolar. I think I am. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. If you guys have any type of video you guys want me to do, you could tell me in the comments below, and I'll do those videos for you. But I just hadn't made a video in a while, and I really wanted to make a video tonight. I didn't know what to make, but these things have been bothering my mind. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna come and have a little chat and talk with you guys. But I don't know if I was all over the place or with my story, but I tried my best. And thank you guys for watching, and have a good night.